Hi guys! So I just wanted to share with you about the place that I got to today, because I myself cannot believe that I'm here. I'm pretty blown away by the fact. I am in Spain right now. I arrived in Spain today in order to do my second Camino de Santiago, which is the oldest walking pilgrimage in the world, which leads to Santiago de Compostela, which is believed to be the place where Saint James's remains are, and apparently it follows Saint James's way. And there's a lot of routes. It's a very popular among people who are interested in stuff like that. Pilgrimage. There's several routes going through Spain. There are routes going through Portugal, starting in France. They're going through Europe. The fascinating thing about Camino, which is kind of cute, is that every route that you walk on or join is very well marked by yellow arrows. So you basically, everybody who decides to go on Camino and choose a route, they go same exact way and route, unless they, detour for whatever reason. But when they come back, everybody goes through same streets, same corners, same paths, same forests, same hills. It's amazing how well marked Caminos are, and that people are really like going the particular way. So in 2020, I did my first Camino de Santiago, which was Camino Frances, French route, which starts in France and like the following day enters into Spain and goes through Spain across. That one was 550 miles, which is 800 kilometers. And right now I decided to come on Camino del Norte, which goes on the coastal side of Spain. It's a little longer, it's 830 kilometers, but about the same. But why I decided to do that? Because I'm myself blown away by the fact that I'm even here, and I'm surprised even though I'm here. So when I did my first Camino in 2020, the story why I found out about it, how I found out about it, was pretty interesting and pretty surprising, because it was a pure coincidence. I never knew about Camino de Santiago before, and I watched this documentary randomly on Netflix, which was about Camino de Santiago. And I remember it moved me so much that I started thinking, like, I couldn't get it off of my head. And I started thinking, okay, maybe in a few years, one of these days, maybe I'll also have a chance to do the Camino. 2 months later, I landed in Spain. This is how quickly it all happened. It was during the pandemic, era, with the lockdowns and everything. So it was very crazy and very surprising to me as well back then. And Camino, when I was thinking about it, Camino was one of the best trips ever. It was such a full package, A to Z. It was amazing. I loved everything about Camino, and I could talk about it for hours, because there was so much walking, right? You walk for hours in beautiful sceneries, amazing food, great people, a lot of wine. It's like the combination of everything. It's such a stimulation for the mind, for the head, for the body, because you walk so much. So obviously your muscles feel that as well. So I had that thought, that I loved Camino so much. But not only that, when I arrived to Santiago de Compostela in 2020, I remember thinking to myself and having this strong conviction, I will be back. I don't know why, but I remember thinking to myself when I was about to leave, don't worry, you'll be back. So I had it in the back of my head that yes, I would like to do Camino del Norte as well, right? Which is another route, one of many, but pretty scenic, as people say. And as you can see behind me is ocean, because that route goes along the coast. So I had it in the back of my head, but then didn't plan anything. And also recently, you know, I was living on the go, right, for almost 2 years, living off of my backpack, not having a home base. So it was pretty, you know, pretty intense. I enjoyed it, but it was pretty intense. So when I settled down in Texas, I didn't feel like, you know, doing any plans and going anywhere, to be honest. So this time around, I just wanted to stay home, relax, enjoy the surroundings, and not making any plans. But guess what? 2 months ago, Camino started calling. Because people say, when there's a saying, when you start thinking about Camino, Camino is calling. And seriously, Camino started calling. 2 months ago, this thought came, how about Camino? And you know, my approach to things like that, to plans like that, is that, you know, if you have something that you'd like to do, it's better to act on it as soon as possible, because we really don't know what's around the corner. Obviously, if we can, right? And in this case, I honestly didn't feel like doing that. I didn't feel like forcing myself. I didn't feel like leaving off of my backpack again. I didn't feel like doing the craziness again. I'm like, oh my gosh, I just settled down and here we go again. And I was so on the fence. But at the same time, some other circumstances played out the way in which I could do it. And I was thinking to myself, you know, later on it might not be possible. So it's either now or maybe never. So even though I felt like I was forcing myself a little bit, I was very much on the fence. I bought the ticket to Europe 5 days before flying, and then I bought ticket to Spain 2 days before flying, because I really was not sure until the last minute, should I do it or not? Should I do it or not? Is it a good idea? It's a month of walking. You know, not only it's physically might be, you know, kind of challenging. It's manageable though, but you have to have the mental kind of, you know, motivation, right, to be doing that. And I felt like maybe I'm lacking motivation this time around. Maybe I'm not at this point anymore. You know, I kind of started feeling like these urges for traveling are weaker and weaker, right? And I'm like, that's about time. Maybe it's time to, you know, to live a normal life at home and enjoy it, which I do. So I felt like I was forcing myself a little bit this time around, but I arrived today, and it's, you know, it's just the first day. I just walked less than 10 kilometers. I still have 820 to go. But right from the first minutes, when I went to this pilgrim's office to pick up what's called credentials, it's kind of like a passport, pilgrim's passport, when people put stamps on wherever you stop to prove that you were walking that distance. So I went to pick it up, and I was walking, and there's a lot of people doing Camino, a lot of people with backpacks, you know, like this kind of vibe in the air. Right from the first minutes when I was walking, I started feeling, oh my gosh, this is it. I'm enjoying it. I remember what it was about Camino that I loved so much. Like, it all came back to me. And obviously it's too soon to say, it's just the beginning of the first day. I'm also not going to force myself if for whatever reason something changed and I didn't want to continue or didn't feel like continuing or whatever reason, right? I decided that if something happens, I'm not going to push it and force it, because I did one already, right? So I know how it is to walk for 30 days and, you know, make it to Santiago. But at the same time, the plan is, you know, to walk for the full month, which I could, you know, allow myself to do at the moment. So I just want to use this time and use this opportunity and really absorb everything that is happening right now. Also because I was thinking before coming here that maybe it's one of my, I don't know how many more of those crazy trips I'm going to be doing, because these are pretty crazy trips. There's a lot of, chaos around, stuff like that, which I'm used to. But at the same time, I was kind of thinking how many other trips like that I'm going to be into. But I'm very happy to be here, and that's what I wanted to share with you. I slept at the airport today. Actually, I didn't sleep at the airport, to be honest. So starting my Camino without any sleep this, last night. And, these kind of things, like, you question, should I do it, should I not? But now, as I'm here and I'm looking at those views, I'm excited. So just wanted to share about that with you, and I'll share more, because Camino is too beautiful not to share, too complex, such a full package, as I said. For as long as I'll be going, for as long as I'll be in the mood, I'll share. So yeah, just wanted to show you how nice it is on the Camino, and yeah, let's see how that goes. 820 kilometers to go. Okay, bye.